Twyla. I just thought maybe you would like a little story, so I'm going to tell you a story that I know by heart, that I have told for a long, long time, probably to your dad. And it is Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Okay, once upon a time, there were three bears. Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and Baby Bear. One day, Mama Bear was making porridge for breakfast, and Papa Bear sat down and he said, "This porridge is too hot, so we should go for a walk in the forest while it cools off." And off they went. Well, somebody else was taking a walk in the forest at the same time, and that was a little girl named Goldilocks. So Goldilocks started to get tired, and she saw this little cottage in the woods, and she thought, "I'm going to go in and rest." She knocked on the door, and nobody answered, so she just opened the door, and Goldilocks went in. There was nobody in the little cottage, but she saw 3 bowls of porridge on the table, so she went over, and she took a bite of porridge out of the big bowl, and she goes, "Oh, this porridge is too hot." Then she went and she took a bite out of the medium-sized bowl of porridge, and she said, "Oh, this porridge is too cold." So she moved over to the little bowl, and she took a bite, and she said, "This porridge is just right," and she ate it all up. Well, after that, Goldilocks decided she wanted to have a little rest, and she saw 3 rocking chairs lined up in front of the fire. So she went and she sat in the biggest rocking chair, and she rocked and she rocked, and she said, "This chair is too big." And she got out and she climbed into the next chair, the medium chair, and she said, "This chair is too lumpy." Then she went over and she got in the little chair, and she loved it. And she said, "This chair is just right." And she rocked and rocked and rocked until she broke it, and broke it all to pieces. Well, she was still tired, and she was also a very nosy little girl, so she decided to go upstairs. She went up the stairs, and she saw 3 beds lined up. A big bed, and a medium bed, and a little bed. She got in the big bed, and she said, "This bed is too hard." So she jumped on over to the medium bed, and she said, "This bed is too soft." She got in the little bed, and she said, "This bed is just right." And she pulled up the covers, and she fell fast asleep. Well, about that time, the bears were coming back from their walk. Papa Bear walked in the door, and he looked, and he said, "Oh, somebody's been eating my porridge." Mama Bear said, "Oh, someone has been eating my porridge too." And the baby bear said, "Somebody's been eating my porridge, and they ate it all up." Well, Papa Bear decided it was time to look around. He went over and he looked at the chairs, and he could tell right away. He said, "Someone has been sitting in my chair." And Mama Bear said, "Oh, someone has been sitting in my chair too." And Baby Bear said, "Somebody's been sitting in my chair, and they broke it all to pieces. Boo-hoo-hoo." Well, you know then that they had to go upstairs and find out if anybody was up there. So Papa Bear led the way, and they went up the stairs very quietly. They got to the top, and Papa Bear looked at his bed, and he could tell it was a little messed up, and he said, "Someone has been sleeping in my bed." And Mama Bear said, "Oh, somebody has been sleeping in my bed too." And Goldilocks said, and Baby Bear said, "Somebody has been sleeping in my bed, and there she is now." Well, with that, Goldilocks woke up. She sat up, and she saw the 3 bears, and she was scared to death. And she ran down the stairs as fast as she can, and ran out the door, and ran all the way home. And she never, ever took a walk in the woods by herself ever again. The end. We love you, Twyla. We miss you. Bye-bye.